Ladies and gentlemen, when you are alone, you enter a space where distractions fall away and the noise of the world is silenced. It is within this solitude that you can truly hear your thoughts without interruption. In the chaos of daily life, we often lose touch with ourselves because our minds are constantly occupied by external stimuli. Whether it's conversations, social media, work demands, or other people's expectations, we are frequently pulled away from our own inner voice. But in the stillness of being alone, you reclaim that voice and you begin to reconnect with your core, who you truly are, and what you truly want out of life. This is the time when self-discovery happens, not by listening to others or seeking validation from the outside world, but by turning inward. In solitude, you have the freedom to explore your thoughts, feelings, desires, and doubts without the influence of others' judgments or opinions. It's a process of peeling away layers, shedding the expectations that others have placed on you, and getting to the raw essence of your own being. When you're alone, you can reflect deeply on your experiences, examine your past choices, and envision your future without the noise of other people's ideas about what you should do. You begin to ask yourself the hard questions: what do I want? What truly makes me happy? What am I willing to do to achieve the life I want? These are the questions that only solitude can create the space for. You may realize that many of the things you've been pursuing were not even your own goals, but were shaped by the influence of other society, family, friends, or even strangers. Being alone gives you the clarity to evaluate whether those pursuits are aligned with your true self, or if you've been chasing something that doesn't truly fulfill you. In solitude, you also start to recognize patterns in your thoughts and behaviors that were previously hidden. You see where you've been holding yourself back or sabotaging your progress. There is no one else to blame, no distractions to escape to, and no external sources to deflect attention from the uncomfortable truths about your own limiting beliefs and actions. You begin to notice how your mind operates, the fears that dictate your decisions, and the false narratives you've been telling yourself. This self-awareness is one of the most powerful tools you can develop. It gives you the power to change the way you think and, by extension, the way you live. When you are alone, your desires also become clearer. You can finally hear your true wants without the influence of other people's desires or opinions. This is not the same as listening to fleeting wants or impulses, but the deep, authentic longings that arise when you quiet the world around you. Solitude allows you to ask yourself, what is it that I want from life on my terms? What do I want to create for myself in the presence of silence? These questions surface in a more profound way, and the answers are often quite different from what you might expect. Your desires become less about what society tells you is important and more about what resonates with your spirit. Moreover, being alone also provides you with the opportunity to evaluate your values and principles. Without the interference of other people's standards, you can clearly see what matters most to you. This time alone allows you to live by your own code of conduct rather than adopting someone else's. It is an opportunity to build a foundation of personal integrity, one that is rooted in your own beliefs rather than external pressures. In solitude, you realize that you don't need the approval of others to live authentically. You can stand firm in your values and know that your choices are true to who you are. As you continue to explore who you are in this space of aloneness, you may also discover the fears and doubts that have held you back. In the quiet, you cannot avoid confronting the things you've been running from. You come face to face with your insecurities, your limiting beliefs, and your past wounds. But it is through this confrontation that healing begins. Without distractions or the noise of others, you can start to unravel the layers of fear that have been holding you back and begin the process of transforming those fears into strengths. Being alone gives you the space to heal and grow in a way that you might not be able to do when surrounded by others. The truth is, solitude doesn't just give you the opportunity to discover who you are in the moment. It allows you to develop a deeper understanding of your life's journey. It's in these quiet moments that you see how far you've come, how much you've grown, and how much you've learned. It's in solitude that you develop the strength to move forward, free from the need for external validation. You learn to trust yourself and the decisions you make, knowing that you are the only person who can shape your destiny. The more time you spend alone, the more confident you become in your ability to navigate life's challenges and uncertainties. This is the power of solitude. It is the space where you meet yourself in your rawest, most authentic form. It's the environment in which your true self can emerge, unfiltered by the opinions of others, unshaped by external forces, and undistracted by the noise of the world. Solitude doesn't just help you discover who you are, it helps you create who you want to be. When you are alone, you step into a space of complete freedom, unbound by the expectations or judgments of others. This freedom is one of the greatest gifts solitude offers. In a world where we are constantly surrounded by people, social media, work pressures, and various distractions, we often find ourselves pulled in multiple directions. We are influenced by the needs, opinions, and expectations of others, which can cause us to lose touch with our true desires and creative instincts. But when we are alone, we create the space to liberate ourselves from these external forces. This is when the true power of creation unfolds. Being alone allows you to fully concentrate on your own ideas and vision. It is in solitude that you have the opportunity to sit down and reflect on your goals without the influence of others. You are no longer distracted by the noise of opinions, comments, or external validations. This is your time to focus entirely on what you want to create, whether it is a new project, a personal goal, or even a shift in your mindset. You no longer have to compromise or adapt your ideas to please anyone else. You are free to fully embrace your own creativity and vision. In the silence of solitude, the mind becomes clear and sharp. Without distractions, you can direct all of your attention to your thoughts and ideas. This is when innovation happens. The greatest breakthroughs and creative solutions often come when the mind is free from the clutter of daily life. When you are alone, there is no one to interrupt you, no one to question your ideas or to impose limitations. You are free to explore your thoughts and push the boundaries of what you believe is possible. This is the time when you can think outside the box and consider possibilities you might not have seen before. Being alone also removes the fear of judgment or failure. When we are surrounded by others, especially those whose opinions we value, we often hold back from fully expressing ourselves. We fear criticism or rejection, and that fear can stifle our creativity. But when we are alone, we are no longer bound by the need for approval. There is no audience to impress, no one to judge our ideas. This liberation from external judgment allows us to think freely and explore the depths of our potential. When we remove the fear of failure and judgment, we open ourselves to a world of possibility. In solitude, you can also cultivate the courage to take risks and embrace challenges. Without the safety nets of others' support or the influence of those who might tell you no, you are forced to rely on your own inner strength and creativity. This can lead to bolder ideas and more courageous decisions. You may find yourself tackling projects or pursuing goals that you would have otherwise shied away from, simply because you are alone and free to make your own choices. The solitude allows you to fully trust in your abilities and intuition, and as a result, your creative potential expands. Moreover, when you are alone, you are free from the constraints of time that are often imposed by others. In the company of others, there is often a pressure to conform to schedules, to adhere to deadlines, or to work at someone else's pace. But when you are on your own, you are the sole architect of your time. You can spend as much or as little time as you need on a particular idea, and you are free to dive deep into the creative process without feeling rushed. This unstructured time gives you the opportunity to explore your ideas more thoroughly and to nurture them until they are fully formed. In solitude, there is no rush to share your ideas with others before they are ready. Often, when we are surrounded by others, there is an urge to show our work too early, to seek validation or approval before we are truly satisfied. In essence, solitude offers a sanctuary for creation. It removes the external noise, the judgments, and the distractions, allowing your inner creativity to flourish. Without external pressures, you can give your ideas the time, space, and attention they deserve. This is when true innovation and transformation occur. Being alone isn't about isolation or loneliness. It's about giving yourself the gift of uninterrupted freedom to create. It's the space where your truest and most powerful creations are born. Solitude offers more than just an opportunity for self-reflection and creativity. It is also a powerful tool for building mental strength. When you are alone, you are forced to face yourself in a way that few other circumstances provide. In the quiet of your own company, you confront your inner thoughts, your fears, and your insecurities. There is no one else to distract you. or to lean on the only option is to confront your own mind and your own emotions head on. This experience of facing yourself is not always comfortable, but it is necessary for growth. It is within this solitude that you begin to develop resilience, the ability to withstand challenges, setbacks, and discomfort. Mental strength is built through repeated exposure to situations where you must rely on your own inner resources. When you are alone, you are forced to depend on yourself for everything. There is no external support system to fall back on. This experience helps you develop self-reliance and independence, two key components of mental strength. You learn to trust your own judgment and to find solutions within yourself. You realize that you are capable of navigating the ups and downs of life without needing others to intervene or save you. This independence is empowering because it makes you aware of your own ability to persevere through any challenge. As you spend time alone, you also learn to manage your emotions more effectively. Solitude gives you the space to process your feelings without the influence of others. Instead of reacting impulsively to situations or letting your emotions control you, you begin to cultivate emotional intelligence. You gain the ability to observe your emotions without getting swept away by them. This is a crucial skill in building mental strength because it helps you maintain composure in difficult situations. The more you practice self-regulation in solitude, the more equipped you become to handle the emotional turbulence that life inevitably throws your way. One of the most significant aspects of mental strength is the ability to remain focused, even in the face of adversity. When you are alone, there are no distractions to pull your attention away from what truly matters. You can dedicate yourself to a goal or project without the constant interruptions that often accompany social interactions. This uninterrupted focus allows you to build discipline and the mental fortitude needed to stay on track, even when challenges arise. You develop the ability to prioritize your time and energy, focusing on the tasks that will move you forward, rather than succumbing to the pull of distractions or the desire for instant gratification. Solitude also provides you with the opportunity to confront your fears. Being alone can be intimidating, especially if you spend most of your life seeking the comfort of others. But as you spend more time by yourself, you begin to confront the underlying fears that drive your need for external validation or companionship. You realize that many of the things you feared were not as daunting as they seemed. The more you face these fears, the more you learn to overcome them. Over time, your fear of being alone diminishes, and you develop a stronger sense of self-assurance. You realize that you do not need anyone or anything outside of yourself to feel secure. When you are alone, you are also forced to deal with your weaknesses. In the absence of distractions, you can no longer avoid the areas of your life where you are struggling. Whether it's a lack of self-confidence, poor habits, or unhealed wounds from the past, solitude presents an opportunity to face these weaknesses head on. It may be uncomfortable at first, but this confrontation is necessary for personal growth. Rather than relying on others to compensate for your shortcomings, you are given the space to work through them yourself. This self-awareness allows you to take the necessary steps to improve and strengthen yourself, whether through developing new skills, changing old patterns, or seeking healing for past wounds. Mental strength is not just about overcoming external challenges, it is also about cultivating the inner fortitude to face your own internal struggles. In solitude, you have the chance to turn inward and confront the negative thought patterns, limiting beliefs, and emotional baggage that have been holding you back. This self-confrontation allows you to develop the mental resilience to overcome your own inner obstacles. You begin to realize that the real battles you face are not necessarily external, but internal. By addressing your internal struggles, you build a stronger foundation for tackling external challenges as well. Furthermore, solitude teaches you the importance of patience. Mental strength is often about waiting for the right moment, maintaining your resolve, and not rushing the process. When you are alone, there is no pressure to act quickly or make hasty decisions. You learn to wait for the right answers to emerge, trusting that clarity will come in time. This patience allows you to approach life with a sense of calm and control, rather than reacting impulsively or out of fear. Through the consistent practice of solitude, you also learn the value of perseverance. In the absence of external distractions or support, you are forced to keep moving forward, even when the going gets tough. You learn to stay committed to your goals and continue working toward them, even in the face of setbacks. This perseverance strengthens your mental resolve, teaching you that you are capable of achieving anything you set your mind to, as long as you remain focused and persistent. Finally, solitude fosters the development of a strong, unwavering sense of self. The more time you spend alone, the more you learn to trust yourself and your instincts. You realize that you are not at the mercy of others or dependent on their opinions or support. You are capable of navigating life's challenges with confidence and strength, knowing that you have everything you need within yourself. This deep sense of self-trust becomes the foundation of your mental strength, allowing you to move through life with unwavering confidence, even in the face of adversity. Ultimately, solitude serves as a crucible in which your mental strength is forged. Through the process of facing your fears, managing your emotions, and relying on yourself, you become a more resilient, disciplined, and self-assured individual. It is in these moments of solitude that you discover your true power, and in this discovery, you build the mental strength necessary to thrive in any situation. When you spend time alone, you create the ideal environment for deep self-discovery. In the hustle and bustle of daily life, we often get caught up in the demands of others, family, friends, work, and society. We live in a world where external validation and the opinions of others shape many of our decisions, sometimes without us even realizing it. However, when you are alone, the noise of the outside world fades and you are left with only yourself. This is when the opportunity for true self-discovery presents itself. In solitude, you are free to explore your innermost thoughts, desires, and values without the interference of others. Self-discovery is not a one-time event, but a continuous process, and solitude provides the space for this ongoing exploration. Being alone forces you to confront your true self, your strengths, weaknesses, fears, and dreams. It is in this process of introspection that you begin to understand who you really are, separate from the expectations or definitions imposed by the world around you. You start to see patterns in your behavior, uncover hidden desires, and recognize areas in your life where you have been holding yourself back. This deep understanding of yourself can be a revelation, one that leads to greater self-acceptance and personal growth. During solitary moments, you have the chance to reflect on the experiences and choices that have shaped you. By examining your past, you gain insight into your motivations and the driving forces behind your actions. This reflective process helps you understand why you do the things you do, why you react the way you do, and what underlying beliefs or fears might be influencing your decisions. With this knowledge, you can make more informed choices in the future. Self-awareness is a powerful tool because it allows you to act with intention and purpose, rather than being driven by unconscious patterns or external influences. Solitude also gives you the freedom to question everything: your beliefs, your values, and your goals. In the company of others, we often adopt beliefs and values based on social norms, family expectations, or cultural conditioning. However, when you are alone, you can step back and ask yourself whether these beliefs are truly yours or whether you have simply inherited them from others. Solitude provides the clarity to distinguish between what you've been taught and what resonates with your true self. This questioning allows you to discover what truly matters to you and to live your life based on your authentic values rather than the expectations of society. In addition to examining your beliefs, solitude also allows you to reconnect with your passions and purpose. Many people go through life without ever fully understanding what they are truly passionate about or what their purpose is. The demands of work, family, and society can cloud our ability to connect with our deeper desires. However, when you spend time alone, you are able to listen to your inner voice and reconnect with what excites and motivates you. This is the time to think deeply about the things that make you feel alive, whether it is a hobby, a cause, or a dream you have yet to pursue. As you explore these passions, you begin to uncover what gives your life meaning and direction. Solitude also allows for the exploration of your emotions. In our busy, often overwhelming world, we can sometimes suppress or ignore our feelings, especially when they are difficult or uncomfortable. Yet it is through facing our emotions head-on that we truly understand ourselves. Being alone gives you the space to feel without judgment, to explore the emotions that arise and gain insight into their root causes. Whether it's sadness, anger, joy, or fear, solitude gives you the freedom to experience your emotions in their full depth and complexity. This emotional honesty is key to self-discovery because it allows you to understand not just how you feel, but why you feel that way. With this understanding, you can begin to make peace with your emotions rather than avoiding or suppressing them. When you are alone, you also have the opportunity to assess your relationships. Often we are so focused on maintaining connections with others that we neglect to ask ourselves whether those relationships are truly fulfilling. Solitude gives you the distance needed to reflect on the people in your life, whether they uplift you, support your growth, and align with your values. It allows you to evaluate the energy you invest in relationships and whether that energy is reciprocated. By stepping away from the constant interaction with others, you gain clarity on the dynamics of your relationships and the impact they have on your well-being. This self-reflection can lead to healthier boundaries, deeper connections, and the courage to let go of relationships that no longer serve your best interests. Moreover, being alone provides you with the space to dream. It is easy to get caught up in the practicalities of life and forget about the things that inspire you. When you are alone, you can daydream freely without the constraints of time or obligation. These moments of solitude often spark new ideas, new aspirations, and new possibilities. Whether it's envisioning your future, considering new career paths, or imagining the life you want to create, solitude allows you to dream without limits. These dreams are the seeds of future growth, and they can serve as a roadmap for the life you want to live. In solitude, you have the freedom to imagine, explore, and set new goals for yourself. Self-discovery in solitude is also about accepting your flaws and imperfections. When we are around others, we may feel the pressure to present ourselves in the best possible light, hiding our weaknesses or vulnerabilities. But when we are alone, there is no one to impress or hide from. This is the time to acknowledge your flaws without shame, to accept yourself fully, imperfections and all. Self-acceptance is a vital part of self-discovery, because it allows you to embrace your true self and move forward without self-judgment. It's in these moments of quiet reflection that you can finally come to peace with who you are and understand that your worth is not contingent on perfection. In solitude, you are given the space to reconnect with your intuition. We are all born with an inner compass, a gut feeling that guides us toward what is right for us. However, the noise and distractions of life often drown out this inner voice. Solitude offers the perfect environment to quiet the mind and listen to that voice. By tuning into your intuition, you can gain clarity about your path in life, make decisions with confidence, and trust yourself in a way you might never have before. This connection to your inner wisdom is a crucial part of self-discovery because it empowers you to take ownership of your life and make choices that align with your deepest values and desires. In conclusion, the process of self-discovery is an ongoing journey that is deeply enriched by solitude. When you are alone, you have the chance to explore your inner world without interference from external influences. It is in this space that you can confront your beliefs, uncover your passions, process your emotions, and truly understand who you are. This process of self-discovery is vital because it enables you to live a life that is authentic, meaningful, and true to yourself. Solitude gives you the opportunity to get to know yourself in a way that is not possible when surrounded by others. It allows you to fully embrace your unique path and live your life with intention, clarity, and purpose. When you spend time alone, you give yourself the opportunity to truly connect with your inner peace. The constant barrage of external distractions, social obligations, work demands, and the constant input from technology can make it nearly impossible to experience true tranquility. We live in a world where the noise of daily life drowns out our ability to connect with ourselves on a deeper level. But when you choose to be alone, you step away from the chaos and create space to find your center. This is the time when your mind and soul can rest, recharge, and reconnect with a sense of calm that is often missing from our fast-paced lives. Solitude is a gateway to mindfulness, the ability to be fully present in the moment without distraction. In a world that is constantly pulling you in multiple directions, being alone offers the rare chance to truly experience the present. Without the pressure of multitasking or the influence of others, you can focus on what is happening right in front of you. Whether you are taking a walk in nature, reading a book, or simply sitting in silence, being alone helps you hone your ability to stay in the moment. This mindfulness creates a deep sense of peace, as you are no longer consumed by the past or future. Instead, you are completely engaged with the present, where your mind can relax and feel at ease. In the stillness of solitude, you also have the chance to declutter your mind. Modern life is filled with constant information news, social media, conversations, and the demands of others that can leave your mind overloaded and overwhelmed. The pressure to process all of this external input can lead to mental fatigue, making it difficult to think clearly or experience peace. But when you spend time alone, you create the space to quiet the mind and let go of the mental clutter. This mental clarity is vital for your well-being, as it allows you to see things with a fresh perspective, free from the influence of outside opinions or distractions. The quiet moments of solitude help you sift through your thoughts, letting go of the unnecessary and focusing on what truly matters. Solitude also provides a much-needed break from the constant pressure to perform or meet expectations. In a society where productivity is often equated with worth, being alone can feel like an act of rebellion. But in reality, taking time for yourself is a form of self-care that promotes long-term well-being. When you are alone, there is no pressure to keep up with others or to compete for attention. You can release the burden of living up to external standards and simply be. This freedom from external expectations allows you to reconnect with what makes you happy, what brings you peace, and what truly nurtures your soul. By allowing yourself the luxury of rest and relaxation, you replenish your energy, enabling you to be more present and productive when you do engage with the outside world. One of the most powerful aspects of solitude is its ability to promote emotional healing. Life is filled with challenges and emotional turmoil, loss, disappointment, frustration, or stress, and often we suppress our emotions rather than confronting them. We may seek the distraction of others' work or entertainment to avoid dealing with difficult feelings. However, solitude provides the space to process and heal. When you are alone, you are not forced to perform or mask your emotions for the sake of others. You have the freedom to sit with your emotions, whether they are pain, grief, joy, or anger, and allow them to pass through you. It is in these moments of alone time that you can begin to heal, to forgive, and to let go of what no longer serves you. The quiet allows you to reflect on your experiences, process them in your own time, and ultimately come to a place of emotional release and growth. The peace that comes from solitude is also deeply connected to self-love. In a world that often encourages self-criticism, comparison, and competition, solitude allows you to break free from these unhealthy patterns. Alone, you are free from the judgment of others, and you can begin to cultivate a sense of love and acceptance for yourself. You learn to appreciate your own company and to embrace your individuality. The more time you spend alone, the more you begin to understand that your worth is not dependent on external validation or the approval of others. You are able to reflect on your strengths and acknowledge your achievements, however small they may seem. This self-compassion is essential for mental and emotional well-being, as it fosters a sense of inner peace that cannot be disrupted by the opinions or judgments of others. Solitude also teaches you the importance of patience, particularly with yourself. In the busyness of life, we often rush from one task to another, pushing ourselves to achieve and to keep up with others. But when you are alone, you are able to slow down. You are no longer bound by deadlines or external demands. You can take the time to nurture your mind and spirit, allowing yourself to rest and recharge without the need to constantly be productive. This sense of patience allows you to experience peace because you are no longer trying to force things to happen. You allow life to unfold naturally, and in doing so, you find a deeper sense of harmony with yourself and the world around you. Another benefit of solitude is its ability to foster gratitude. When you are alone, you have the space to reflect on your life and the things that you are grateful for. Often we take the small blessings in our lives for granted, but solitude allows you to pause and truly appreciate the moments of beauty and joy that surround you. Whether it's the warmth of the sun on your face, the sound of birds singing, or the quiet comfort of your own home, being alone gives you the time to be mindful of the good things in your life. This gratitude fosters peace because it shifts your focus away from what is lacking and instead brings your attention to what is abundant and fulfilling in your life. It is through this practice of gratitude that you can cultivate a more peaceful mindset, one that is centered on the present moment and the blessings that you have. Solitude also allows you to reconnect with your spiritual self. In the busyness of life, it is easy to lose sight of the deeper aspects of your existence. However, when you are alone, you can take the time to reflect on your spiritual beliefs, meditate, or simply connect with the greater universe. Whether it's through prayer, meditation, or moments of silent reflection, Solitude offers you the chance to nourish your soul and deepen your connection with the divine. This spiritual peace is often what allows you to navigate life's challenges with grace and resilience, knowing that you are supported by something greater than yourself. In a world that constantly demands your attention, solitude provides the opportunity to reconnect with a deep sense of inner peace. It allows you to slow down, reflect, and let go of the noise that often clouds your mind. In solitude, you discover the ability to cultivate mindfulness, emotional healing, self-love, and gratitude. These moments of peace become the foundation for a calm and centered life, allowing you to approach each day with clarity and purpose. By embracing solitude, you find the quiet strength to face the world with a sense of inner harmony, no longer swayed by external chaos or distractions. When you embrace solitude, it opens up the invaluable opportunity to reconnect with your passions and desires. In the daily grind of life, it's easy to lose sight of the things that once excited you, the activities that brought you joy, or the dreams that fueled your ambitions. Life can become consumed by responsibilities, obligations, and the demands of others, leaving little room for personal exploration and fulfillment. However, in solitude, you create the space to rediscover what truly makes your heart sing, what sets your soul on fire, and what you genuinely care about. Being alone provides you with the freedom to explore the depths of your desires without external pressure or judgment. When surrounded by others, we often suppress our passions, sometimes without realizing it. We may conform to the expectations of those around us, choosing paths that seem more practical or acceptable, rather than those that align with our innermost desires. Solitude removes these external distractions and allows you to tune into yourself, offering a safe environment to ask, what do I truly want out of life? Without the influence of peers, family, or societal norms, you can look inward and ask yourself these critical questions without fear of judgment. This internal dialogue is a gateway to self-awareness, helping you to separate what is truly yours from what you may have adopted from others. As you spend time alone, your mind becomes more attuned to the things that light you up, those activities or goals that might have been pushed aside in the hustle of life. Perhaps you had a passion for painting, writing, or a particular form of creativity that you never fully explored. When you are alone, you can revisit those interests without the constraints of time or external responsibilities. This process of reconnecting with your passions doesn't just remind you of past joys, it can also reignite the fire within you to pursue those passions with renewed energy. You may find yourself inspired to take up a hobby you once loved, or perhaps you'll discover an entirely new passion you never considered before. This process of self-exploration helps you tap into what truly excites you, giving you a sense of purpose and direction that is often clouded by the distractions of daily life. Moreover, solitude allows you to get clear on your values and what you stand for. In the busyness of life, we often find ourselves drifting, unsure of our true priorities. We may get caught up in the demands of others and the need to meet external expectations, leaving us disconnected from our true selves. When you are alone, however, you have the time and space to reflect on your values, to ask yourself what is truly important to you, and to explore your personal beliefs without outside influence. These moments of reflection help you define your non-negotiables, the core principles that guide your decisions and actions. This clarity can be empowering as it strengthens your resolve and ensures that you make choices that align with your authentic self. Solitude also helps you break free from the distractions of the world, which often prevent us from hearing our true desires. In a world that is constantly bombarding us with information, news, social media, advertisements, and the opinions of others, it is easy to lose touch with our inner voice. The constant input can drown out what we truly want or need, leaving us adrift. Being alone creates an environment where you can block out these distractions and listen to yourself. You begin to hear what your heart truly wants, whether it's a change in career, the pursuit of a long-forgotten dream, or the desire to travel and experience new things. In solitude, you can pause and reflect without the pressure to conform to the expectations or needs of others. The opportunity to reconnect with your desires in solitude also provides a break from the noise of external validation. Often we find ourselves seeking approval from others, whether it's in the form of praise, recognition, or social acceptance. This need for validation can obscure our understanding of what we truly want, as we may prioritize the opinions of others over our own desires. In solitude, there is no need for external validation, as you are free to explore your desires purely for the sake of your own happiness. This freedom can be liberating, as it allows you to pursue what you love without concern for others' opinions or judgments. You can create a life based on your passions and inner guidance, unburdened by the need for approval. Additionally, being alone fosters the creative space necessary for new ideas and inspirations. When you are constantly surrounded by people and stimuli, it can be difficult to hear your inner thoughts, let alone come up with fresh ideas. Creativity often requires solitude, as it allows the mind to wander, to make connections between disparate ideas, and to think outside the box. The quiet space of solitude can spark new insights, solutions to problems, and creative breakthroughs. Whether you're an artist, writer, entrepreneur, or simply someone looking for fresh inspiration, solitude provides the fertile ground in which creativity can flourish. Solitude also gives you the chance to refocus on long-term goals and personal growth. It is in solitude that you can take a step back from the daily grind and assess your progress, identify areas for improvement, and realign yourself with your long-term vision. It offers the time to evaluate what is working in your life and what isn't, and to make the necessary adjustments. Whether you're looking to advance in your career, improve your health, or work on personal development, solitude helps you refine your goals and determine the next steps in your journey. With a clear mind and a renewed sense of purpose, you can approach your goals with greater clarity and confidence, knowing that you are fully aligned with your desires and values. In solitude, you also have the opportunity to create a life that is in harmony with your deepest desires. Many people live their lives reacting to external circumstances, constantly putting out fires, responding to others' needs, and moving from one obligation to the next. This reactive way of living can prevent you from taking proactive steps toward the life you want to create. However, when you are alone, you can create a space where you are no longer reacting, but actively shaping the future you want. Whether you're planning your next career move, making a major life change, or simply focusing on self-care, solitude allows you to take intentional actions that align with your goals and aspirations. You are no longer just reacting to life, you are actively designing it. Ultimately, spending time alone allows you to reconnect with the things that make you feel alive. It's the time to explore your passions, your desires, and your creativity in an unhurried, pressure-free environment. Without the noise of the world and the expectations of others, you can listen to your inner voice, follow your heart, and create the life that resonates with your true self. In solitude, you give yourself the gift of rediscovery, the chance to reconnect with what you love, what you value, and what you are capable of achieving. The time alone becomes an investment in yourself, an opportunity to realign with your passions, refocus your energy, and reawaken the desires that make life meaningful and fulfilling. Solitude provides a powerful opportunity for personal growth, as it forces you to confront your own thoughts, beliefs, and habits without external distractions. It is in these moments of aloneness that you are given the chance to engage in deep self-reflection, a process that is critical for self-improvement. The quiet space of solitude allows you to turn inward, shedding the influences of others and the noise of the outside world, and to explore the core of who you are. This process is essential for understanding your strengths and weaknesses, and for identifying areas of your life that may need healing or transformation. Personal growth requires honesty and courage, and solitude offers the perfect environment for this deep introspection. When you are alone, there is no one to impress, no one to judge, and no one to compare yourself to. You are left with only your true self. This is where you can begin to examine your thought patterns, beliefs, and actions without external interference. Many people go through life reacting to situations based on ingrained habits or conditioned responses that they've developed over the years. However, when you are alone, you are in a position to question these habits. Why do you react the way you do in certain situations? Why do you have certain fears or insecurities? What past experiences have shaped your current behavior? And how can you change that? Solitude creates the time and space to ask these critical questions, allowing you to break free from old patterns and make conscious, intentional choices moving forward. In solitude, you can also identify areas of personal growth that you may have been ignoring or avoiding. For example, if you've been struggling with self-confidence or procrastination, being alone can bring these issues to the surface, giving you the chance to confront them head on. Often we avoid addressing our weaknesses because we are afraid of what we might find, or because we are too busy with the demands of daily life to take the time for self-assessment. However, solitude offers the opportunity to be brutally honest with yourself, to acknowledge where you need to improve, and to commit to the work that will help you grow. This level of introspection is the first step toward meaningful personal development, as it allows you to see yourself clearly and make a plan for change. Personal growth in solitude is also about developing emotional resilience. Life presents all sorts of challenges, loss, disappointment, fear, and frustration. While it's easy to distract ourselves from these negative emotions through busy activities or social engagements, true growth comes when we face them head on. Solitude provides a space to process these emotions fully without the interference of others or the temptation to push them aside. When you are alone, you can reflect on your feelings, explore the root causes of your emotional responses, and develop healthier ways to cope with life's challenges. By learning to process emotions in solitude, you strengthen your emotional resilience, allowing you to navigate future difficulties with greater ease and grace. Another significant aspect of personal growth in solitude is the opportunity to set and work toward meaningful goals. In the hustle of everyday life, we often find ourselves caught up in the demands of others and the need to meet external expectations. These pressures can cloud our ability to set goals that are aligned with our true desires and purpose. However, when you are alone, you can focus solely on your own vision for your life. This is a time to think about the future, set meaningful and intentional goals, and take the necessary steps to achieve them. Solitude allows you to evaluate your life and assess what truly matters to you. What do you want to accomplish? What are your passions? How do you want to grow as a person? By reflecting on these questions, you can create a roadmap for your life that is uniquely yours. And solitude provides a space to chart that course without distractions or outside influences. Solitude also gives you the freedom to embrace your own unique journey. It can be easy to fall into the trap of comparing yourself to others, especially in a world that often encourages competition. But when you are alone, you can let go of these comparisons and focus on your own path. This allows you to build a life that is truly aligned with your values, dreams, and aspirations without feeling the pressure to meet someone else's standards or follow someone else's timeline. The quiet moments of solitude are empowering because they help you realize that your personal growth is not a race, it's a journey that is entirely unique to you. In solitude, you can take the time to appreciate your own pace and progress, knowing that the path you are on is the one that matters most. Solitude can also reveal the things that truly bring you peace and happiness, which are essential elements of personal growth. Sometimes we become so busy chasing success, meeting expectations, or seeking validation from others that we forget what truly makes us happy. Being alone gives you the time to reconnect with your inner self and discover the simple joys that may have been forgotten in the rush of life. Whether it's a love for nature, a desire to create, or the need for quiet contemplation, solitude helps you tune into what genuinely nourishes your soul. When you know what brings you happiness, you can incorporate more of it into your life, creating a sense of fulfillment and purpose that supports your ongoing growth. Through solitude, you also learn to cultivate self-discipline, an essential quality for personal development. Being alone can be challenging, especially for those who are used to being constantly busy or surrounded by others. However, solitude requires you to practice discipline in managing your time, energy, and focus. You learn to be intentional with how you spend your time, prioritizing activities that contribute to your growth and well-being. Whether it's dedicating time to personal development, learning new skills, or pursuing hobbies that align with your passions, solitude teaches you how to structure your time in a way that serves your highest good. This sense of discipline fosters consistency, which is key to making lasting changes in your life. Finally, personal growth in solitude involves developing a deeper sense of self-awareness. In a world that constantly demands your attention, it's easy to lose sight of who you truly are. Solitude allows you to reconnect with your essence, to remember your worth, and to understand your needs. By spending time alone, you can deepen your self-awareness, which is the foundation of all personal growth. You learn to recognize the patterns in your behavior, the thoughts that shape your actions, and the beliefs that influence your decisions. This heightened self-awareness enables you to make conscious choices that are aligned with your highest potential. By continually growing in self-awareness, you create the opportunity to evolve into the best version of yourself, living a life that is authentic, fulfilling, and in harmony with your true purpose. Solitude provides an invaluable space to reset and recharge, offering you the opportunity to rejuvenate both your mind and body. In our fast-paced world, we often find ourselves caught up in the relentless demands of work, relationships, social obligations, and the constant barrage of information. These external pressures can quickly lead to burnout, stress, and mental exhaustion. However, the peace and quiet that come with solitude allow you to step away from these pressures, providing the necessary time and space to rest, recover, and restore your energy. It's during these moments of aloneness that we can truly focus on replenishing our physical, emotional, and mental reserves, which are essential for maintaining overall well-being. One of the most important benefits of solitude is its ability to provide mental clarity. When surrounded by constant noise, whether from technology, conversations, or the demands of daily life, it becomes difficult to hear your own thoughts, let alone reflect on them. Our minds are constantly processing information, much of which is irrelevant or distracting. Solitude allows you to pause and create mental space, giving you the chance to clear away the clutter and gain clarity. This mental reset enables you to see things from a fresh perspective, to process past experiences, and to make decisions that are in alignment with your goals and desires. Without the noise of the world constantly pulling at your attention, your mind becomes more focused, more centered, and more capable of solving problems with ease. In addition to mental clarity, solitude provides an opportunity to recharge your physical energy. Most people are familiar with the feeling of physical exhaustion that comes from running on empty. The demands of daily life often require us to give much of ourselves to others, whether it's through work, family, or social obligations. This can leave little room for personal rest and recovery. When you are alone, you can finally listen to your body and give it the rest it needs. This might mean getting more sleep, practicing relaxation techniques, or engaging in activities that replenish your energy, such as taking walks in nature, practicing yoga, or simply sitting in silence. Your body responds to the opportunity for rest and restoration, helping you recover from the fatigue that often accumulates over time. By giving yourself this space to rest, you restore your physical strength, enabling you to face life's challenges with renewed vigor and resilience. Solitude also supports emotional healing. Many of us carry emotional wounds from past experiences, whether it's from relationships, disappointments, or unresolved traumas. In the busyness of everyday life, we may avoid addressing these wounds because we don't have the time or energy to process them. However, solitude offers a unique opportunity to heal emotionally. When you are alone, you can confront your feelings without the distractions of the outside world. You can give yourself the space to grieve, to reflect, and to release pent-up emotions that may have been suppressed for too long. This emotional healing is an essential part of personal growth, as it enables you to let go of past hurts and move forward with greater emotional resilience. In solitude, you can nurture your emotional health, allowing yourself the time to heal and regain your emotional balance. In addition to emotional healing, solitude provides an environment in which you can focus on self-care. In our busy lives, it's easy to neglect our own needs as we prioritize the needs of others. Whether it's skipping meals, neglecting exercise, or not getting enough sleep, self-care often takes a backseat to our responsibilities. But in solitude, you can create space for self-care without feeling guilty or pressured by outside obligations. You can dedicate time to activities that nourish your body, mind, and soul, whether it's preparing a healthy meal, reading a book, meditating, or engaging in a creative pursuit. By practicing self-care in solitude, you not only improve your physical and mental health, but also develop a stronger sense of self-worth. When you take the time to care for yourself, you reinforce the message that you are valuable and worthy of love and attention. Solitude also allows you to break free from the demands of other people's expectations. We live in a world where many of us are constantly seeking approval or validation from others. Whether it's through our careers, relationships, or social media presence, we are often trying to meet the expectations set by society or those around us. This constant need for external validation can be exhausting and can prevent us from truly understanding what we want and need in life. When you are alone, there is no one to impress, no one to please, and no one to measure your worth against. You are free to simply be yourself, to think freely, and to engage in activities that make you feel good without worrying about how others might perceive you. This freedom is essential for resetting your mind and spirit, as it allows you to let go of the pressure to conform and to focus solely on your own needs, desires, and goals. Another profound benefit of solitude is its ability to strengthen your relationship with yourself. In a world that encourages us to connect with others constantly, it's easy to lose touch with our inner selves. We may become so focused on maintaining relationships, achieving success, or fulfilling obligations that we forget to check in with ourselves. Solitude offers the opportunity to reconnect with who you truly are, to remind yourself of your values, passions, and desires. When you spend time alone, you become more attuned to your own thoughts, feelings, and needs, strengthening your sense of self. This self-connection is essential for living a fulfilling and authentic life, as it allows you to make choices that align with your true essence, rather than simply reacting to external pressures. Furthermore, solitude offers a reprieve from the constant distractions of the modern world. With the rise of technology and social media, we are more connected than ever before. However, this constant connection can also be overwhelming, as we are constantly bombarded with information, notifications, and demands for our attention. Solitude allows you to disconnect from the noise and chaos of the digital world, providing you with a break from the constant stream of data. This break from technology is crucial for mental and emotional well-being, as it allows you to focus on what truly matters without being distracted by irrelevant information or the pressure to stay constantly connected. Lastly, solitude encourages creativity. It is often in the quiet moments alone that we find the inspiration and clarity needed for creative expression. Whether you're an artist, writer, musician, or someone looking to find innovative solutions to problems, solitude provides the space to think freely and outside of the box. When there are no distractions or external influences, your mind is free to wander, make connections, and come up with new ideas. This creative energy that solitude fosters can be channeled into personal projects, work-related tasks, or even new ventures, allowing you to tap into your fullest potential. In conclusion, solitude is a powerful tool for resetting and recharging your mind, body, and spirit. It allows you to gain mental clarity, recharge your energy, heal emotionally, and strengthen your relationship with yourself. In a world that constantly demands your attention, solitude offers a sanctuary where you can rest, reflect, and reconnect with your true essence. Through solitude, you find the space to rest, rejuvenate, and refocus, allowing you to move forward with renewed strength and purpose.